Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I am hoping to pivot my career here in Taiwan. I want you guys to pray for me. Tomorrow I'm going to another networking event involving artificial intelligence. So please sing along, gesture at your screen, leave a dislike, leave a nasty comment as well to pray for me. And I've been thinking about how I may have done things better in years past. And yesterday it had rained heavily, multiple inches of rain, and in one night. And I was thinking about in times past how I risked my life uh, going to work in such kind of weather. I was doing private tutoring gigs that I would find on Facebook Marketplace, on Craigslist. And I was thinking about one particular client that I had gone out to. It had rained badly. I was having car difficulties. And it dawned on me that here in Taiwan, it may not have played out in the same way. The cost of living is a lot less. You see, I uh, I used to not have a whole lot of room to take risk in my job or career because I didn't have a whole lot of wiggle room, right? So, for example, I was teaching at a tutoring center, and there there were times that I went to work when I was sick. I went to work with COVID probably at one point, and I missed out on a lot of life. Right nowadays, last semester I was teaching at Glendale Community College, and I've learned now to not ask for time off. Tell that you want to take time off. Hey, I'm going to be away on so and so day. And the reason you do it that way is if it's not acceptable for you to take the time off, somebody will have to tell you anyway, right? You want it to make them look bad, not yourself, right? I've learned to kind of do it in reverse, right? And there's always a little bit of friction, right? There's I would prefer you to not take that day off versus you really can't take that day off because it's life or death, right? I'm willing to accept the second one, right? So the first one, you put a little friction, right? If somebody has to tell you not to take the day off, it puts a little friction in them telling you, right? I've learned to just say what day I'm going to take off, but that's because I'm in a better situation nowadays, right? 2 years ago, I didn't have the room to do that. Uh, but The cost of living here in Taiwan is a lot less. There's probably a lot more room to do what I need to do, and also no cars here. My car gives me a lot of headache, whether no matter how you cut it, right? It takes up a lot of time, and always needing attention. What had happened that particular day was that it was pouring, and my windshield wipers broke, and it was a new prospective client, and he had given me the wrong address. I'll repeat the story because not everybody might have seen the last video. What had happened was I had responded to an ad on Craigslist of a kid, eighth grader, looking for math tutoring, and I had called his dad, and we had agreed to meet. I think it was 6 to 8 p.m. The library closes at 8. Gave me the address, and on the way there, I was running into a lot of car difficulties. My windshield wiper had broken off, but it was a new client, and somehow I made it to the library. But he had given me the wrong address. I looked all around. Hey, where are you? I'm near this desk, that genre, and midway through discussing that, we realized that we were nowhere near each other. And so I get in my car and I scramble another 15, 20 minutes to get to the other library. And by the time I got there, it was 6:30. That library also closes at the same time, 8 o'clock. Right? It's the same system, but there were two different libraries in his particular part of town. Now, keep in mind, I had already given him a really good deal because I was trying to get my foot in the door, and I figured that let's. It wasn't that good of a deal. I could make some adjustments later, right? It was within shooting range of what I wanted to actually quote, right? So maybe after a month, I could maybe raise the rate, right? But I quoted $65 for that 2 hour session. We had already started late because of the mix up with the address, and I had already risked my life getting there. Somehow I put that behind me, the fact that I had risked my life. And while tutoring him during the hour and a half, I kind of prayed that the rain would stop because I didn't need to risk my life a second time driving home that night. Sure enough, the rain stopped. So that was good. But at the end of the session, his dad comes to me with $50. He said, how about 50? It was a little bit shorter. I'm like, yeah, you gave me the wrong address. Or you didn't be more specific, right? Because if you Google his city and the library, that the big one was the first one that I went to, and he didn't realize there were two of them, right? It was really his doing. And but I still didn't argue back because after all, I need a new client anyway. And so I took the 50 gracefully, put it in my pocket. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, you're the one who messed it up. I don't know if my facial expression said it. I probably wasn't looking as good as I could have looked. Gotta keep in mind, this was just before the pandemic. I wasn't nearly as well off as I am today. I didn't have uh, 3 tons of bismuth that I do now, and I didn't have quite a few things that I also didn't have a second career path. Right, I was teaching at Washington Tech. I was doing this tutoring on the side. I didn't have an art hustle though, so I only had one career path at the time, and so I was a little bit more vulnerable. Today, I'd probably not be as vulnerable. Maybe I'll accept the 50, but I would at least say, hey, I'll take it, but please be mindful about the directions or something to that effect. I really shouldn't take 50, but you know what? It's been a rough day. It's raining, but be mindful of the directions. There's another library in, what was it, Linwood or whatever it was. I can't remember the details. Right. That's probably how I would do it today. But I was so vulnerable at the time. And that's why I want to move to Taiwan. It probably would not have played out. First of all, there's no car headaches here, right? Now, granted, the public transportation here has issues to work on, but it doesn't have the unpredictability that car culture does, right? Uh, Very seldom. I could look it up, but I don't think our train system has ever gotten into an accident, right? I could look it up. There was a subway slashing at one point. I think 2 or 3 people died, but you know what? You can get in road rage and be murdered over that too, right? But there's a lot of unpredictability in terms of expenses, in terms of difficulties, and I'm really gonna be I'm really gonna be upset when I fly home and get back to my car. I'm already dreading. I parked my car at a friend's place. I'm already dreading getting off of the bus at my friend's home and turning that key into my. I'm already dreading that moment. I really am. And not only the one particular moment and the fact that I have to drive, but the vulnerability it puts me in at my work life, at my social life. And right. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.